What's popping, everyone? Markus is coming back to you with a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel, and for all of you guys who are new, welcome. My name is Markus, and my mission is to help you guys build yourself financially and to build the empire of your life. As you might have seen from the title, today we're going to talk about how you can go ahead and automate your dropshipping business so it will be easier, you will get more time on the hand, and you get more time to the important stuff. All the promotion, all the different advertising, all the important and really valuable things about dropshipping that you'll be able to do instead of all the basic tasks. So I'm going to help you guys to show you how you can automate your dropshipping business. I'm going to show you inside my computer how you can go ahead and hire VAs through Upwork. So let's jump straight into it. So back inside of my computer right here, inside of Upwork, which is one of the world's biggest VA platforms. So what I like about Upwork is it's really automated, super easy to make job posts, super easy to manage your VAs. And for those of you guys who don't know what a VA is, it's a virtual assistant, which means it's basically a sort of like a hired member of your team, but they can work like online. It's a virtual assistant as being online. So the cool thing about them is that you go ahead and work with them just online, so you can hire for specifically every single task that you might have. I think about 15 different VAs for different tasks, and then when I need them, I can go ahead and give them a task or get them to do a specific thing. And when I don't really work with them in a certain period of time, they're still inside of my VA portfolio. And this is so great because when I then need them, I don't have to go ahead and make a job post and find one. I have them inside of my portfolio, and this way I can easily go ahead and activate them and say, hey, I have this task, can you go ahead and make them? And they're like, yeah, sure, it will be ready tomorrow, for example, right? So it's super great. I have a lot of different VAs for different tasks, store managers, order fulfillment, everything. But the first one that you will really go ahead and have, which what I would recommend, is go ahead and have an order fulfillment VA, because the order fulfillment process is some of the easiest and cheapest VAs you can get, and it takes a lot of your time, and that time could be invested in other things than sitting and fulfilling orders. So when you go ahead and get above, I would say like 15, 20, 30 orders a day, go ahead and get a VA for it, definitely, without a single doubt. Because you can get them below all the way to $3 an hour, which is like sort of like maybe the rate that I would set inside of the cover letter. But I really like to go ahead and have VAs for different tasks so I can focus on the marketing aspects of my stores. So jumping in, you will press on jobs. This will probably be your sort of like start screen. When you have already posted, there will be a lot of different things up here, but of course I just made a new trial account to show you guys. So what you would say is tell us what you need to have done. So what I would say would be, let's say order fulfillment, and then ongoing project, because it's an ongoing project. You can also say one-time project, or I'm not sure. And then to begin with, you only need one person to do it. Moving on, tell us which type of work that you want done. Order fulfillment. Then maybe it's like basic VA stuff. What about Shopify? It's a bit time since I did it. E-commerce assistant, I would probably choose that. And then Shopify store order fulfillment, and then the type that you use. Let's say you use Oberlo as your Shopify sort of like dropshipping platform. If you're using Shopify, you want to say that. We're just going to say Oberlo because they need to have that as a skill, but we can set that later on that they need to have the skill of being able to use Oberlo, because there's no reason to sort of like shift between a new VA to fulfill your orders when they've already learned your store and everything. It's really convenient to just have the same VA to do it. So descriptions, you could say something like, I need a VA to fulfill my orders on Shopify through Oberlo. Sorry if I'm just writing at the same time, so I don't know if there's any grammar mistakes. Sorry if you're getting triggered by it, but anyway. So you can sort of like then say, you need to be available all days of the week. So I like to do that. Some of my VAs, I have sort of like made an agreement with them that they can have Mondays off or something like that, and then I just have another VA who can do it on those days where those other VAs are having a break day, but otherwise I like that they're available every single day of the week. So that's why I say that. And then you need to know Shopify, Upwork, AliExpress, it's safe. So you probably make this a little bit longer, and you could drop in what you like in the descriptions of it and these sort of like criteria that you have for your VAs. But let's just keep it at this basic sort of like descriptions is fine as well, because there's an option where you can ask them to have a cover letter, attachments. You can sort of like maybe upload some information about it if you want that. Otherwise, most of the VA knows what goes into order fulfillment, so you don't need to do that. It's an ongoing project. How many VAs? I need to hire one. Into skills, so you can say sort of like Shopify. And then, isn't that a skill? Shopify, as you see it. Shopify. Well, I don't normally put too much here. It's only like if it's graphic design or something like that. But you can put in Shopify, which is really convenient that they, of course, know Shopify. Otherwise, you don't want to hire them for your order fulfillment. But paid by hour is an entry level, because you only want to pay a maximum of $4 or $5. I always try to find the cheapest ones, which are, of course, giving you the best value. But order fulfillment is super simple. So if they're reliable and they work each and every day, you can get somewhere, and you just want to look for the cheapest ones. And you want to have a Skype interview with them or something like that, I would really recommend to do that. I do that with all of my VAs to be able to know that they are like reliable, and I get to know them and stuff like that. So I have a short interview through Skype or something like that. You can say between 3 to 6 months. I just normally choose more than 6 months if I know it's a long ongoing project. Or you could choose like, you don't know, is that an option? Okay, then just 3 to 6 months, and then it will be less than 30 hours when you're starting off. Otherwise, it will probably at some point be more than 30 hours. Freelancing using, I only like to use only freelancers, only Upwork users can find this job. Prefer qualifications, so you can, this is super important that you go ahead and do that. So freelance type, it needs to be an independent. I like to use work with independent freelancers when I go ahead and make for the order fulfillment. Then the rising talent is going to be no, don't include the rising talent. Then location can be any locations. I just like to really use Philippines. There's a lot of Philippines in the VAs. Otherwise, like guys from India and stuff like that works well as well. But sometimes those from the Philippines is super cheap, and they are. And the good thing about Philippines, they're super well at English. So that's why I like to use guys from the Philippines or gals for that sake. Group, not any really group. Job success above 90%. So this means that sort of like the amount of success for the jobs that they've had, that the hire has gone in and said that they did the job correctly. And then hours built above 1,000 hours, so they are really well at VAs. And then English level, I always choose fluent or native or bilingual, but fluent is fine for the VA experience and the fulfillment of orders. Screen questions, you can go ahead and make your own, or you can add like select from suggested. But what I like to do is have you been fulfilling orders before, and then a question mark, and then add another one, then like have you used Oberlo, and then I just like to pop in some different from suggested. So like, do you have any questions about the job? So what past projects or jobs have you had that is most like this one, and why? I like to use that one. Then why do you think you are a good fit for the particular project? And then add these questions. So you have a couple questions. You can make your own as well. That is totally fine. Ask applications to write a cover letter introducing themselves. Sometimes they just write some shitty ones, but I like to do that so they are getting a possibility of just sort of like introducing themselves and sort of like expanding on the questions that you already asked, so they can go ahead and then even further tell about their recent jobs about fulfilling orders or something like that. If you press this one, you can pay $30 to get more sort of like people who want to work with you, but I normally don't do that. You can then just go ahead and press the post job, and then the job will be posted on Upwork, and then you will, inside of your right here, my jobs, there will be like my jobs post. Has been, oh okay, I need to verify, otherwise it will be in here and it will pop up with all of your different VAs. You can go ahead and then invite different VAs as well, so you can search for VAs. You can say order fulfillment, and then you can go ahead and find VAs that you can invite to your job, which is really cool. So you can go ahead and filter out. You can say that they need to be $10 and below, and you can set all of the different parameters here, and then you can invite, you can save them, and hire a freelancer or invite them to your job post, which is really, really cool. So I really like to automate my business. As I just said, I have, I think, about 15 different VAs in my VA portfolio inside of Upwork. So it's super, super cool, super easy to go ahead. Upwork takes care of all of the payments and everything. So definitely go ahead and test that out. Go ahead and get a VA for your order fulfillments, especially if you find that winning product. When you find that winning product and the order starts to stream in and goes into your sort of like Shopify store. It's super important to have your VAs in place so you'll be able to scale instead of being behind. You're sort of like in front of all of the different problems that might occur. So definitely go ahead and try to find a VA, especially starting off with the first VA. Go ahead and find a VA for your order fulfillment. As always, I hope you guys got something useful out of it. Please give it a like if you did. Hit the notification bell to always be up to date whenever I upload. Hit the subscribe button to become a part of the family. And as always, I hope you all have a successful and wonderful day. Bye.